stretches of the land,
Hello,
made the
YouTube.
desert hills as distinct as the work of a knife.
Oh, let me just turn this off.
Overhead, the sky seemed...
Oh, there's a fly. Sorry about this. Got to catch a fly so I can put it outside. Right. Hello, YouTube. Right, it's just beginning of March now. I don't think I've made a video for, well, 3 months now or something, maybe. I just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update and show you what I'm doing at the moment. I've kind of, well, I don't know if any of you have guessed already, but I've kind of been a bit depressed for a few years now. Well, since about 2014 I think it all started. Gradually got worse, and my life sort of went downhill, and sort of mistreated by organisations and people and whatever. I think I've had my worth of being unhappy. And I kind of I was doing my Baby Yoda, which let me just see if I can take this out, stopping the video from recording. Yeah, which is up there, and he's still in the same, not looking very much like Baby Yoda state, but I will get back to him. I was trying to sort of do a full-size life-size scale one, and stick it on eBay, but now since then Sideshow Collectibles have come out with a supposedly life-size one, 16 centimetres tall, including the base, with all the hair, and they've, it looks wonderful. The material they've used, the stitching, everything is wonderful on it. It just looks like Baby Yoda. I think they've just taken the rubber version they use in the series and done a scan of him and reproduced him that way. And I've also made in Japan. I don't know his name. I think it's Stephen, I think, or something. But made in Japan, he's done an amazing sculpt of Baby Yoda. Not full size, I don't think, but getting there. And then he just went along and just done another computer sculpt, 3D sculpt, and they both look fantastic. They both look, 10 times better than my one. But I am going to get back to him. I'm going to have another go, bring his face forward a bit further, and have another go at him. While I'm rabbiting about what I've been doing, I've been kind of completing my THANOS heads. I mean, this one was the only one that was done so far. Then my mate came down and he said, well, he's boss-eyed, so I'm going to actually change his eyes a little bit. But besides that, this one's pretty much done. This one I've had a very good go at completing. I was finished the arm. No, was I doing the arm on? No, this one the armour was finished on, but I was just trying to do the base. Yeah, so as you can see, I've finished the base on this one, sprayed him up, and I think I've got to do a bit of gloss on the armour to make the metal bits shiny. But besides that, he's pretty much done, I think. Probably my favourite out of the three of them. A bit of a shinier base, but I couldn't really do anything about that. But yeah, I think he's looking quite good. I'll do a little bit of more of a shinier teeth. I'll add a bit more shine to his teeth maybe. But I think the sheen of his skin and that is looking really good. Yeah, this one needs a bit more of a shine, I think, on his head and that. I think his head's just the wrong. I don't know, maybe not. But I was quite pleased with the painting on that one. Keep on getting my dusty finger marks all over them. As you can see, they've all still got a Nice head of hair. Don't know if you can see that. And then this one was the one that I was finishing the armour on. This is the in the garden, and he's just done the. Everything's happened right, and everything's hunky-dory in the world, in the land. Where is that bottom bit? Anyway, but so I've spent quite a while having to redo do the base and finish the armour off. I think this bit was not done last time, and I think I might blacken up some of these scorch marks from where he done the snap. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how he's come out. Right, so at the moment, there's BB-8. That's what I was trying to get out. He's I think it's Jack's Pacific one. My mate sort of got him out and renewed my interest in him. It didn't come with these aerials. I had to make these his antennae and his aerials of it. That was just a bit of a bike cable covered in a thin bit of the shrink stuff you use for electronics, and then a bit more of the shrink black stuff down the bottom, and that's a little cap off a tube of light cured stuff that I've got. Lots of, but yeah, and that's just a bit of the aerial from one of my old routers that I had lying about. But yeah, I was doing these three, finishing these three off while I've been listening to the Thomas Covenant Chronicles, the White Gold Wielder and Unbeliever, which is a series of audio books I've been listening to at the moment. There's 10 books in all. I'm over halfway through book 6 at the moment on audio. I've read all 6 of the books, and then got into because there's the first and second Chronicles, 3 books each, and then the last Chronicles is 4 books, and I kind of think I've got most of the way through the first one of the third Chronicles, so the 7th book. So I've got quite a bit of way to go, and I've got them all on audio book here. I read them all for the first time, and they're just, it's comparable to Tolkien at his best. And the first one was released in 1977, so quite a long time ago. And I didn't start reading them until I was, I must have been about 30, I think. So it's about 20 years ago. And I was reading them when I was on the way to work, but now I'm doing all of the books in audio book version, and I wanted to show you this. Can you look at what can you see? What can I can't actually see because of the glare on the screen. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, anyway, so let me just actually just get my camera out again, sorry. My phone. Sorry all the noise. That's the lens. Hello lens. Right, I'm doing this character here. He's called NOM. He's got rear facing knees, and he's called a sand gorgon. Basically, he's a beast that lives in the desert, hence the white colour and the big pads on his feet. His name's NOM. I've already said that already. Yeah, he's a sand gorgon. There's a whole race of them, and they're all sort of imprisoned in this. I can't remember what it's called now. Sand gorgons, guy or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing this figure, but this is what pictures that other people have done, and someone's done a 3D version. But he's a sort of a mythical creature. These are the books and pictures that I've got. You've got things like cave rites and Erviles and Wainham and Lords and Forestals, and it's all about sort of looking after this place called the Land, which is a mythic place where this guy's transported to, and he has adventures in the land, and and time travels completely differently there. It's been 10 years since he was there in this last encounter, and there was 3,000 years passed in the time of the Land. So it's kind of quite amazing, really. What's my computer doing? Why have I got the hourglass? Stupid machine. Not doing anything, but so yeah, I'm doing that character. He's got giants. It's got it's quite similar to Lord of the Rings, but it's different. It's completely different. It has a ring in it. He's a ring wielder. It's a white gold ring, but it's a ring from our Earth. And in that land, it's a it has special powers, a white gold ring. But it's not about, it's just about him and holding this ring. It's this leper guy called Thomas Covenant. He owns this ring, and it has special powers in this place where he's transported to. That's all. It's nothing about well, you mean you have a lord, a baddie, who's trying to get hold of the ring. As opposed to Lord of the Rings, there's just the one ring in this. It's a shame that it has to be a ring, but hopefully it'll be made into a Netflix series, maybe 10 seasons or 5 seasons with a couple of books per season, maybe a few chapters per episode. I don't know, but I'd love to see it eventually made. The books were written by Stephen Donaldson. He's very much a prolific fantasy writer, and he finished the last book in 2013. So it's taken him, a few decades to write the books. But I love them. As I say, I'm getting right into I'm up to this one at the moment, the White Gold Wielder, the last of the Second Chronicles. But yeah, so this is what I'm kind of doing, and so I'm trying to sort of get the muscular figure of the Sand Gorgons. He can smash rocks and crush rocks with his bludgeon cut. His great big bludgeoning fists. He hasn't got any hands. He hasn't got any face, as it were. But he's got his gills at the side of his head. He's got a skull, but he hasn't. He can't speak. He just has the ability to be able to smash rock with his hands, which is quite cool, I think. But yeah, so I'm basically just doing this. And I've got my THANOS there, just to sort of get a bit of muscle groups in the right places, and also my female muscle skeleton body thing that I'm using as well. I could have had a male one, I suppose, but I don't want a naked male man standing in my room. Thank you very much. But anyway, I'm doing him out of the white Daz clay, available in every every hobby craft shop in the UK, I would imagine, and toys. But it's sort of you get a sort of a skin film over the first surface of it, and it sort of wrinkles up like how you'd imagine skin to sort of wrinkle up. So I'm sort of doing it, and then he's going to have a lot more detail put in by hand with using my tools somehow. I don't quite know how I'm going to do him yet, but I'm sort of just getting the muscles together at the moment. He's not going to have this. He's not got this leg because it says in the book he's got rear bent knees, and it doesn't say anything about a forward bent and then rear bent. Because this would be his ankle here, and that would be his knee. But to have rear bent knees, and his ankle's down here, and there's his knee. It's rear bent knee. And he's going to have gills in his head, obviously, and then. But I'm kind of doing sections in him, then letting him dry off a little bit. So I'll just keep on getting me mitts all over it and moving bits about where they shouldn't be getting moved about. But anyway, I'm kind of not feeling better, but just thought I'd get back into saying hello to you lot. All my, I haven't looked at YouTube for quite a while. I think I was on it a little bit last night. But yeah, for months I haven't really been on YouTube. I've got a couple more subscribers, I think, which is really nice. But yeah, I've just got to get back into doing this sculpting stuff, I think. And this mythical creature from this series of books seemed like a good start. There's another one I want to do as well. His name's Vena. He's a demanding spawn created beast, but he's like the final creature that they created out of all these thousands and thousands, possibly millions of different forms that they've created, and this is like the final best form that they could have ever created. And he's like this, well, what I have in my mind of being the way he's completely shiny and black. He's dead basically. He's just animated matter, but he's in a form of a human with a sort of a manic grin, and he's let's see. Yeah, so he's well, the best depiction actually I've found of him in these pictures of other fans have done, other fan art, is this little one. He's basically just got a grey tunic on with he's got all these and he's got a purpose in the land. I know what it is because I've already read about it, but I want to sort of keep my I know what he turns into, that way. I know what his purpose is. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone else who wants to read the books, but it's brilliant. I mean, he's one of my favourite sort of. He's just omnipotent. He can't be beaten, or he can be beaten. He can be damaged. He can be hurt, and he does have feelings, but he's able to just get himself out of all sorts of situations. He's quite tough, and he's in a bit of a ruck. But yeah, anyway. So hopefully I want to get back into me baby Yoda, my I don't know if you should have such a pronounced arse. Whether he should, he's going to have muscles around there, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to get back into being my Yoda, baby Yoda, the child, because I know exactly what's wrong with it. I've just got to put it into the clay. I mean, I think his ears are too big. I think his face is just too squashed in around the nose and the middle of the eyes and between the eyes area. But I am going to get back into him. Might watch the series again actually, just to sort of get my juices flowing again, as it were. Alright, Rosie. That'd be a yes then, I think. as clay is sort of quite hard to form into sort of shapes, because it's quite elasticy, I think. But once you get it there, well, it works very well with this sort of smoothing, as all clay does. But I want to try and get it the right shape, and then just leave it walk away till it's gone a bit hard. Obviously going to have a crease there, because that's the way he sits. Oh, do you want Mosey? Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day for this one. Thank you for watching, if you've watched. If you haven't watched this video, then I'm not going to thank you for watching, because you haven't watched it. If you liked it, please give a hello, give a mention. Or just say hello. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Unsubscribe if you think I'm boring the life out of you. Anyway, I'm going to try and get back into making videos again. It is a good way of sort of just communicating with people, really. And anyway, thank you for watching. Take care. And oh yeah, it's rugby's on at the moment as well. The Six Nations has started again. France is going to win it, I think. France is going to get the Grand Slam. England are doing okay. I think they're going to come third place or something. I haven't really got all that much hopes for them, but hopefully, you know, we've got Wales and Italy, I think, to play yet. Hopefully we'll get enough points, and maybe someone will beat France. I can't remember. I don't know who's still got to play. I think it's yeah, I can't remember. I don't know who's playing this weekend. Who's playing who? I could turn the TV on to look, but it's the fourth week. This coming weekend. They've just had 2 weeks off. They had 2 weeks off before the previous lots of games, which was 2 weeks ago. So we had one set of 3 games in the last 5 weeks. So we're going to have this weekend coming up and the weekend after for the final game. But yeah, anyway, take care, and I shall speak to you soon, hopefully. Goodbye.